Hey guys, this week your homework, your task, you beautiful people, is to listen to this and then do what I'm going to ask you to do afterwards. This one tonight for you guys is about productivity, time management and getting more out of your day. So, how this is going to pan out is, rather than just trying to get more shit done, which ultimately we do want to get more things done, but it's first of all looking at optimizing what you're actually doing. So in a daily basis, are you checking email too much? Are you checking Facebook too much? Are you spending too much time reading things that you shouldn't be reading, just gossiping, talking on the phone about nonsense? Or are you actually tackling the things that you should be doing to get where you want and what you want? Okay. So if you're not getting the amount of exercise you should be, and the excuse you give yourself, and that is all it is, it's an excuse you give yourself, is that you don't have time. Well, you've got to look at what you're doing. So sometimes it's not a case of getting more things in a day done, it's a case of doing less, but doing the things that matter. So we discussed last week about being the person and what are the component parts of the person you need to become to get what you want. Well, along that journey to get there, to read more, to learn more, to exercise more, to cook better food, all those things, we sometimes have to, what we call, Pareto 80-20, what we do. So what are the 20% of the things you do that get you the 80% of the results? We need to amplify them. Sometimes it's not 80-20, sometimes it's actually 90-10. 10% of things actually get you the results, 90% is just shuffling papers. So what I want you to understand is, and have a look at, is on a daily basis, how much time, first let's tackle the simple things. How long am I checking in on Facebook, watching videos of cats and animals jumping around? How much time am I actually wasting when I could be learning, listening to a podcast, listening to a motivational CD? I could be doing some meditation, I could be exercising, I could be making some calls that I need to make, speaking to somebody who I really need to speak to, who I've been avoiding for a while. So look at your day, and rather than just trying to do more, cut out the actual stuff you don't need. Because I'm a big believer in optimizing and automating what you do. So literally, if you can put systems in place for your life and for your business, that means it frees and it leverages your time. That is what you want to achieve. Because, if you're in your workplace for 8 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours, whatever you are there, you want to get the maximum done for the maximum return, not just look busy. Because a busy fool is never going to be somebody who's successful. So we've got to get used to this about getting rid of tasks that we don't need. Another thing I want you to look at is, you are not that important that you need your phone on 24/7. If you've got things you need to do and get done uninterrupted, put your phone on airplane mode, okay? Or turn it off. Give yourself half an hour to an hour to 2 hours, build it up a day. Turn your phone off. Check your emails only once or twice a day. Don't be one of these people who's walking around shopping, forever checking emails and checking Facebook. Has anyone messaged me? You're not that important, guys. I'm not, and you're not. It's a case of you've got to get that through to yourself, that you don't have to check email 400 times a day. It doesn't really matter. The world will keep turning. Life will go on if you don't respond to an email within 2 seconds. All right? So, once on a morning, once later in the day, check emails and respond to urgent ones. Delete the rest, or just, put them in a spam folder. Get used to doing that. So looking at getting rid of what you don't need, all right? So that's task one. Once you got down to the things you do need to do, how can you make sure they get done? Is there any things that you can actually outsource? There is things like Elance, Fiverr, People Per Hour. These are websites where you can outsource all sorts of tasks, okay? Around the house, have you outsourced ironing, cleaning, or are you doing those tasks, okay? Think about that. Think about that. If your hourly rate in your role, your job, is, £75 an hour based on your salary, if you can get a cleaner in for £10 an hour, and you could do another consultation or another sales call, something like that's going to generate revenue, why would you spend that hour when you could outsource it for £10 an hour? So start looking at the tasks you can actually get rid of and offload to give yourself more time to do what you want to do, enjoy yourself, and do the things you need to do that's going to move you forwards. So that's step 2 in this process. Okay? Step 3 is obviously really clever systems and automation of things. So if you know what your shopping is and you do online shopping, save your basket and just every week click reorder. So if you know you've done a healthy shop and you've saved it on Asda or wherever you're doing your shopping, you can save your basket. So it saves you time having to do your shopping every week. Select your drop time and get it ordered. Simple. We can simplify lots of things that we're presently looking busy doing stuff we do not need to do. So let's stack the cards in our favour and let's really get onto this and make sure that we're not doing things we don't need, or we could shorten, automate the processes. A lot of things that you buy you can probably set up on auto ship, so they ship them every month. Are we doing things and wasting time when we can just automate things? If you can, do that. Okay? So that's this week's task. I want you to have a look at your day. So tomorrow, have a look at what you do. If you're on Facebook, ask, do I really need to be on Facebook? Am I posting something relevant, intelligent, that's going to help people? Or am I just browsing through, looking at where people are and what they're doing? Okay? At that time, could you be listening to something more productive or doing something more productive? You probably know the answer to that one already. I don't have to answer that one for you. So that's this week's task. I want you to look at your time. We're going to try and get rid of things, automate others, and make sure we free up time to do the essentials that's going to move you forwards to where you want to be. Okay? Have a fabulous week, guys. I'll be seeing you all this week, especially you, Mel, after 10 days away. You lucky sod. So some hard graft for you this week, and have a great one. See you guys.